Hey, I'm Stephanie, and it's time for a makeup haul. I haven't been filming in a while, so I thought it would be really fun to jump back into things with something super exciting. And for me, new makeup is super exciting. So that's why I thought I would start back up again with a haul. I'm also going to be talking to you about where I've been for the past couple of months and what I've been up to, just for fun. And if you're just here for the haul, I always leave timestamps in the description, so feel free to skip to the part that's most fun for you to watch. But basically, I've just had a very, very busy summer. I knew that my schedule was going to be very chaotic, and so I actually pre-filmed a bunch of content so I would be able to have videos going up regularly throughout the summer, even though I wasn't going to be able to record. But things got so chaotic that I wasn't even able to edit them. So that means going forward for the next couple of weeks, you're probably going to see like a mix of old and current me. So if you notice that like the length of my hair keeps going back and forth from video to video, that's what that is. But that once the pre-recorded stuff is all used up, then you won't be seeing that anymore. Basically, this summer was really crazy for a lot of reasons. It was just unexpected. A lot of cool stuff happened. I just didn't realize it was going to happen. One of the things that took place is we had kind of like a minor medical issue in our household. It wasn't anything serious. It was more humorous and annoying than anything else, but it did mean that I had to quarantine my makeup for about a month. Which for me is a lot. That's a long time not to wear any makeup. So I didn't make much project pan progress during that time. And then as soon as I was able to dive back into my makeup again, I had a lot of like spontaneous opportunities to do cool stuff, but it was like in the wilderness and camping and in the woods or places where there were no water connections. And so I'm the sort of person, like, I don't wear makeup unless I know that I can thoroughly clean it off my face at the end of the night. And I wasn't going to walk a mile to a water pump, in the woods just to do a nice double cleanse when I was camping. So that meant in total, like, I didn't wear makeup this summer, which was really weird for me. And now that I am back to a normal life, I am very excited to be back to my makeup. And I have been wearing makeup since I got back, which means there will be an update on my project pans coming very soon. So if you've been wondering where that content is, it's coming back shortly. One of the things that I thought was interesting about this summer was because I couldn't wear any makeup and I also couldn't use most of my skincare. I thought that would be a good opportunity to see what my skin is like when I'm not using my skincare and when I'm not covering it with makeup all the time, especially because I've been dealing with like rosacea bumps, especially like here on my forehead. I've always dealt with it on my cheeks, but it has kind of spread to my forehead this year. Like I'd say, I don't know, starting around February maybe. And I thought, well, maybe if I'm not using, all of the makeup and all of the skincare on my face, then, if any of those products are a trigger for me, then the rosacea will go away. And then I can add, one product in after another and then maybe see what the trigger is. Unfortunately, it didn't go away, which means that on the one hand, it's good because none of the makeup or skincare I was using has been triggering it. But on the other hand, it's bad because it means that there's something in my life that's still like triggering that inflammation reaction on my face. And I still haven't been able to figure out what it is. It could, of course, be a bunch of other things. Rosacea can also be triggered by environmental factors, by allergies, by food intolerances. So I have a lot more work to do to try to figure out what this most recent flare-up is. Although I'm beginning to wonder, there were two things that I used throughout the summer, and one was my very favorite Q10 lotion. I've been using that for years, and it's never bothered me before, but maybe if I leave it out, I'll discover that's the culprit. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that. And the other thing it could have been was my sunscreen, because I did wear that all summer, especially because I was in the sun a lot. So I don't know. I'll still have to test that, but I'm at least relieved that the majority of the things that I'm using on my face aren't what's causing that flare-up. So I don't know. I guess that was the good thing about not being able to wear makeup, because I was kind of beginning to wonder if it was the makeup that was causing it. So I don't know. We'll see. Rosacea is always a journey. But this video is actually a haul. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm on a low buy year, or what some people would call a replacements only no buy year, meaning I'm not buying any makeup, skincare, hair care, beauty stuff, clothing, accessories, none of that stuff this year, because I'm really trying to enjoy what I already have, and really, learn what suits me best, out of the things that I already own. But I did make some exceptions when I was creating the rules for this year. And one of those exceptions was that when I went on my family vacation this summer, that I was allowed to kind of forget about the low buy during that time. And so I was allowed to buy things, and I did buy things. Today is a makeup haul. And the funny thing about this haul video is I didn't buy any of this stuff. One of the cool things about visiting family and friends is that they know that I just adore trying new makeup and skincare and stuff. And so when I was visiting them, they gave me a bunch of stuff to try. So I actually did not purchase any makeup whatsoever, even during that period where like my low buy was on pause. I didn't buy any makeup. This is huge. Especially because there's been a lot of releases that I've really been intrigued by this year that I would really love to try. And I didn't purchase a thing. And all of the makeup that I have to show you, none of it's new. None of it's one of the cool, new, exciting releases. But to be honest, that doesn't make it any less exciting to me, because these things are new to me. So I get to play with new stuff, and I'm really happy. So I'm going to show you what it is. This box right here is one of the things that was given to me. It's just like a travel cosmetics box, like a mini hard suitcase. And this was actually my grandmother's. And now I have it. And I'm really looking forward to using this. This is the sort of thing that's perfect for me when I'm on tour, in a tour bus or in my own car. Flying with this is a little bit awkward because I would have to put it in my suitcase and it would just take up too much room and be too heavy. But if I am on a tour bus or in my own car, this is the sort of thing that can sit on the bus with me, and then I can take it into the dressing room, and it's big enough to fit the set of makeup and, hair care stuff and hair styling items and maybe some wardrobe repair items and stuff. Anything I would need for a tour would fit in here. And this is just really convenient because then I could take it backstage with me. So I'm really happy because I get to think of my grandmother whenever I use this. And it's going to be super convenient for me, not only in that situation on tour, but also here at home for storing things. So let's take a look at what's inside. The first thing in that box is this little bag of lippies. So let's take a look and see what I got. Okay, first we have a lipstick from Clinique. And let's see, this color is Plum Pop, which sounds like it'd be something that's nice for fall, but I'm kind of wondering maybe how bright it's going to be. So let's try a swatch and see. We'll do it on this hand here. I don't know. We'll see. It's a nice color, but I think it might be a little bit bright on me. I don't know. This is going to have to go in a project pan or something maybe so I can test it out. What else do we have? We have a MAC lipstick. This is a full size, and it's MAC Whirl. And I'm super excited about this because one of my favorite lip liners is MAC Whirl, and I've never had the lipstick. I've only ever had the liner. And it's almost full. This is what MAC Whirl looks like. And let me see what the swatch looks like. Ooh, very brown, very good for fall. There we have MAC Whirl, and that is Plum Pop from Clinique. Next up, we have a mini MAC lipstick. This one is in D for Danger, and I've heard about this. This is a red shade. It's very deep red, so another good shade for fall. Let's see what this one looks like swatched. D for Danger. Oh, this is kind of like one of those, I don't know, magenta or very blue-based reds, which might, I don't know if that's going to turn pink on me or not. We'll see. Like right here, it looks very red. So I'm hoping that it stays red because when they turn pink, I'm not that crazy about it. So we'll see. It'll be interesting because that's like a color I've heard a lot about. So it'll be interesting to use it. Here we have another good fall color. This is a NYX Lingerie for the lips. It's in the shade French Maid. It's a liquid lipstick. So let's do a swatch of this and see what this one looks like. Ooh, this is kind of like a very purpley mauvey color. I like that. It kind of reminds me of, I think it's an Anastasia lipstick that I have. This is the NYX lipstick in French Maid right here. We've got two more. We've got two baby lipsticks. They're like little Charlotte Tilbury samples. And the first one we have here is Amazing Grace. I've never actually seen this one in person, so this is what this one looks like. Very corally kind of, or not corally. Well, yeah, it is kind of corally. Ooh, but I like that. Like that's a nice color. That one, that's Amazing Grace right there. And then the last one we have here is, this is one that I know very well. This is Very Victoria. This is actually one of my favorite lip shades. And so it's always nice to have like a little baby one. And here, I'll swatch it out for you too. But this is the sort of thing like I could see me actually putting in my purse when I apply it at home in the full-size tube. And then I just want to save room in my bag. Then I can just put the little baby one in there. That's what Very Victoria looks like. But some of these colors, like this one, Mac Whirl, the NYX one, like right off the bat, they look really interesting to me. And the other ones, it'll be really fun to try them out and see if they work for me. And we have a second bag in here as well, right here. So I'm gonna put this all on my desk in front of me and then we can take a closer look together. Okay, first up I have some boxes with some stuff in them. Oh, these are shadow shields. These are the sorts of things, they're like little pads that you put underneath your eye when you're doing your eye makeup and they catch any potential fallout. And I think this might actually be super useful for me. I'm going on tour at the end of October and I'm thinking I want to do some maybe kind of glittery looks on my eyes. And I just have issues with glitter. Like even if I do my eyes first, a lot of times the glitter fallout will get all over my face and then I have the hardest time getting it off. You know, like even if I'm, I'll go in there with micellar water and everything, but it's just, glitter is just tricky. It's like, it sticks to everything. So I think these will be really useful on that tour. So I'm excited to try those. And then I got this box, Contours RX, Lids by Design. Medical grade instant eyelid correcting strips. Okay, so this is what they look like. This is what the box looks like. And they're like these little tiny stickers that you can put on hooded eyes to kind of like open the eye up more. And my eyes aren't so hooded yet. Like age hasn't affected my eyelids so much that they're like super hooded, but they are a little bit hooded. So this might actually be really interesting to try. Like I'm actually really intrigued by these. So I'm excited about that. I also got some RCMA powder. It's like half full. So I'm really excited to try this because I have some other powders. Like I'm in the midst of testing powders. And so like this will be a perfect thing to test with all the other stuff. And there's a second powder in here. This is the Dermablend loose setting powder. And I actually have this already in like a big container. And I think I like this, but not for everyday use. I don't know. My skin has really been changing a lot recently. It's been getting a lot oilier. And so I'm finding that I need more powder. This Dermablend stuff is great for the stage. And the reason I say for the stage is because it really does help take down the glow, like in my T-zone when I'm getting too oily. But at the same time, I find that it can look kind of heavy a little bit cakey. And on stage, that's not a problem. But in my everyday life, I don't necessarily want to look like that. So this is really cool that I now have a little tiny container of it, because what happens is I can take this with me when I go on tour and just refill it from the big one. And that way when I'm traveling, I don't have so much stuff, like so much bulk to carry. So that's really cool. Then I got this Dandelion. It's either a blush or a highlighter. Let's see. Oh, it's an illuminating powder. And let's see what it looks like swatched out. It's very light. I don't even know if you can see it. The swatch is right here. Very, very light. I think it smells kind of, does it smell? Very faintly of something, but I don't know what. I don't know. It's one of those things I think I'd have to try on my face because I can barely see it on my hand. But maybe that's exactly what you want for this powder. I don't know. I'll have to try it. What else do we have here? Oh, I have a brush, an eyeshadow brush here to play with. And this actually, I like the size. Like it's small enough and thin enough that I think this would actually be great for like initial crease color application before I start blending. So this might actually be a really nice little shape. I like that it has a lot of flexibility to the bristles. Like it's got like some, like it's really easy to kind of just push them over. It's got a lot of flick there. So that's kind of nice. They're very soft. So I don't even know who makes this. There's no name on it or anything, but it'll be fun to test it out. And then here is an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And these are, I think this is like maybe my favorite formula to date for gel eyeliners. This one's in the color Chaos, which is this like really vivid blue. So let's do a swatch here. And I think I even mentioned this particular color in a video that it would be fun to play with this color. So I think this is really cool that I'll get to play with it because it's not the sort of thing I typically buy. But if I do color on my eyes, I typically tend to focus more on the liner as the colorful part. So this will be really fun to play with. And I also got 2 other blue eyeliners. This is cool because blue like eye makeup is really in trend right now. This is the second, this here is the Urban Decay in Chaos. This here is this Lancome liner, and it is in the color French Viridian. That's also a really, really pretty kind of greenish color, and it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, and I really like that. So that'll be fun to play with. And then I also got this BU soft liner in the color, there's no color, 662. So this is what this one looks like. And it'll be the bottom swatch. Ooh, it's like kind of like a silvery blue. So that bottom swatch there, that is the BU liner. That's kind of magical. That might be like really nice, like for highlighting the inner corner, or I'll have to see, like maybe it'll stay in the waterline. That would be cool. And then I also got 2 eyeshadows. It looks like a powder eyeshadow from MAC. This is in the shade Moon's Reflection. It's a very pretty blue color. Goes with those eyeliners quite well. Ooh, I think it might actually go with that BU one and the Chaos. I think combining the Urban Decay and the BU liner might be really good. That's the MAC eyeshadow right there in Moon's Reflection. And then, oh, wait, there's another powder shadow. Let's do that one first. This one's Lancome. This one is in Optic Sheen. And it's kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a gray, silverish kind of color. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's very subtle. I like that. I like subtle. That's like the perfect, like, I don't know, like almost not there, but it's one of those things that it just brings a little bit of light to the eye. It's got a very nice sheen. I like that. I like sheeny things. And what else? The last eyeshadow is this Shiseido cream shadow. I don't know, maybe in the color H2. It's in like a little tub like this. And when I open it up, it looks like this inside. And let's do a swatch. Swatcheroo, swatcherama. Ooh, this one's kind of magical. Oh, it kind of like spreads out. It's like almost like a nice little topper. Let's see if I can get the light. It's very hard to catch, I think, on camera. It's very subtle, but it's kind of like got this like nice soft glittery finish, but like a very refined kind of glitter. That looks nice. Oh, wow. I think I might have fun with that one. And then I have, let's see, 2 more things left. I have, it looks like, is this another eyeshadow? No, it is a highlighter from Jouer. It's like a mini trial thing. And, oh, it's a cream highlighter in Tiara. The color is Tiara. And let's do a swatch of this. Ooh, it's kind of like a stiff cream. I like that. I like creams to be kind of stiff. Oh, that's a beautiful pale gold. Ah, that's like right up my alley. Let's see if you can see it right here. Very soft. Ooh, exciting. And then the last thing I have here is a blush. It's from Lancôme. It's the Blush Subtil formula, the delicate oil-free powder blush formula in the color Plum Charm. And this doesn't look very plummy to me. It looks kind of pinky, but we'll see. Maybe when I swatch it out, it will shock me. Let's see. Where can I? Let's swatch this on the lipstick hand, since it's a kind of product. Let's see, where did I put there's the Clinique right there. So we'll do it next, because the Clinique lipstick that I swatched was Plum Pop, and so now we'll do Plum Charm next to it. So that's the blush right there. So that's the blush right there, and this is the Clinique Plum Pop and Plum Charm. So let me see if I can get an even more intense swatch, just so you can see the color a little bit better. But I like Lancôme blushes. I think they make like a really nice formula, so it'll be fun to try this color. And that's what that looks like. So that was my haul. And to be honest, I'm super excited about it. There's a couple of things that really stand out to me, like MAC, that MAC lipstick in Whirl. I'm very excited to try that because I like the liner so much. So that's going to be fun. This Urban Decay Chaos liner, like, because I was kind of curious about trying the color, I think it's going to be really fun to actually do it. The same with the other blue eyeliners, but since this is a formula that I know and love, I'm particularly excited about it. These 2 things, I think, like the shadow shields, I think are going to be really useful for me at the end of the month when I go on tour. So that's exciting. And these lids by design, it's something I've been curious about. So I'm really happy that I actually get to try them. It's the sort of thing that I wouldn't have gone out and purchased, but that I've always wanted to try. And so now I have the opportunity to. So I'm very excited. And to be honest, everything's going to be fun. Like, just because some things stand out doesn't mean that something else isn't going to become the star of this haul. So I'm very much looking to trying all of these things and just playing with them and finding out, what works best in whichever way. Do you guys know any of these products? Like, have you used any of them? Do you have experience with them? Do you have any tips? Like, for example, the Shiseido cream shadow. I'm really excited to try it because it really looks pretty, but I'm kind of worried because of my oily hooded eyes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it stick. So if you have any tips for things like that, or like, tips on maybe how to wear some really great blue eye color, that'd be really fun. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Other than that, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful week and that we can all remember that even stumbling can be a form of moving forward. So let's stumble in style.